jacket?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I didn't know if
No, he's not.
not gonna be here. That's to be sure. Well, I saw the jacket. Okay. The meeting will please come to order. We do have further policy in accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code amended known as the Texas Open Meetings Act. Any members of the public who wish to speak shall each have 5 minutes to speak at this time. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question and a comment, I guess. Those of us who worked early voting started October the 11th or 12th, and although I'm sure Miss Linda has turned our time sheets in a timely manner, nobody's gotten paid yet.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's the treasurer who's holding it up. I don't know where that snag is, but you know it is Christmas coming up, and I'm sure a lot of our workers would like to be paid.
They will be paid Friday. We got it after we had already started processing payroll last time, so it had to wait till this payroll.
So it will be on Friday.
It's on this payroll.
So is that every 2 weeks here at the county that people are paid? And so,
Bi-weekly, yes, ma'am.
okay, so then we wait till you all are,
Yes, ma'am, it has to be on a payroll. Yes, ma'am.
okay. All right, well, that's my question. But it's usually like that, so I just wondered. Makes it a little hard to get people to work.
All right. But you didn't get it in time for the last payroll?
We didn't get it till after that Tuesday, after we already started, and she didn't, we have to go through and do a spreadsheet and match everything up. We did not have time to process it by last payroll.
Any other comments from anyone?
Yes, Your Honor. May I approach? I have some handouts I'd like to give you.
Yes, you may.
The reason I'd like to speak to the commissioners and Your Honor, after being notified about the ES and S voting system and watching the current affairs on the news, I became concerned because the situation with the ES and S, I don't know if the die's been cast already, but that's the system we're going with. But there's an organization called Election Verification Network. It's an interdisciplinary organization, bipartisan, and they say to go with what's called the gold standard, which is a paper ballot system, also known as an optical scan ballot, paper ballot technology. They're hand marked and then they're scanned. So you have a consistent paper trail. I can tell you, as being an election judge, if we ever had to go back and match up signatures, that pad does not capture signatures. It would not reflect on what's on the voter's rolls. I'm also concerned that these parts for ES and S, they haven't been straightforward in this documentation that I've given you. And part of it's come from South Carolina over this past month with the issues that they're having. But parts are made in China, parts are made in Vietnam and the Philippines. And they're assembled here. And quote unquote, they're called American made. That's not American made. We need to go with a system that's going to give us credibility, that the voter's going to have confidence in the voting system, and that this county never has to go through a situation that we're seeing in other parts of the country. I take my vote as a veteran very seriously. I don't care if you're a Democrat, green, red, blue, or whatever. Republican, you deserve to have your vote counted and not to be interfered with.
We're going to be looking at that system in a few minutes, so if you would like to come over and look at it, we'll...
Oh, and that's what I'm here for, but I was told to speak on this before the
Yeah,
board,
that's fine.
so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, if not, then we'll go to... We'll go to I'm sorry?
Approve the minutes.
To approve the minutes, yes. Let's do that. Item number 1, approve the minutes.
Judge, November the 17th was approved at last Commissioners Court meeting.
What was?
November the 17th minutes were already approved. They're on the agenda, but those have been approved at last meeting.
So this first one that we had, this short one, for the canvassing has already been done.
Yes, ma'am.
So actually, we're looking at the November 18th.
Correct.
Yes, number 1 says approval. 17th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of November 18th, 2020.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 2 is budget transfers and amendments and certifications.
I make a motion that we approve budget transfer and amendments and certification.
Second.
And the certification is for additional revenues from the Texas Department of Agriculture, $21,600. That has to do with the block grant in Butler. We have a motion and a second to approve the budget transfers, amendments, and certifications. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 3 is, before we go into that, let us, if you will, move down and take up number 19. The sheriff has to be at a meeting with some other sheriffs this morning. That number 19 is to approve the sale of some used vehicles. If you'll look under tab 19, there is a 2006 Crown Victoria, 2006 Crown Victoria, 2007 Crown Victoria, 2002 Ford Explorer, 2009 Crown Victoria. And these are some that are not running and cannot be repaired.
Yes, those are the ones that really should have gone at some point when we got new vehicles prior to us taking over. But so we just need to get them out, clean them up, and get what we can for them.
Are these the ones down?
Yes. Yep. And
They're
that'll go
not
back,
running.
and those are county vehicles, those will go right back into the county budget for whatever we get off of them.
I make a motion that we approve the sale of the used vehicles. Sure.
Are we gonna do closed bids or auction or?
In any manner that we need to, because we tried to trade them in and they wouldn't
Yes.
do that. I think in any manner that we legally can dispose of.
Right, I mean, I just think that we need to say how we're gonna do it.
Okay. What we did close bids the last time?
Well, I can.
We
Yes.
tried that one.
Yeah.
We need to close bids.
Yeah, that works. We've got somebody working to sell some other stuff for the county, like a lot of stuff we've seized, for our chapter 59. She can sell these cars too. It's gonna be a minute, so it wouldn't hurt nothing to take some, I guess, bids until then and see what we can get out of it.
I mean, there's no need, I mean, if they vote to do the auction, they can do that.
Well, we're already gonna be selling quite a bit of stuff in the auction, so we could just add that to it. That just means more people are gonna be there to bid on it,
All
There
right.
you
which
go.
is beneficial.
It would just save
Is
the
that your
county some
motion?
money.
I just added to the motion that we
All right.
want
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
And then, if you will, let's look at number 9, presentation from ES&S. I know most of you are here for that purpose, so let's go, and what we're just looking at a presentation from them this morning. We're not gonna make any type of a decision, we're just going to see what they have and how it works. So, they have their machines set up in the courtroom next to us here. So if you will, let's all go over and we'll just listen to the presentation and then come back over here.